This comes to us from Australians versus the Agenda. And they say Prime Minister Anthony Albanese says he's looking forward to his speech at the UN General Assembly on the under 16 social media ban and hopes European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen acknowledges the world leading role his government has played in pushing it through. World leading? Just because you're doing something doesn't mean you're pushing the world forward. That's what's always driven me insane with politics. But let's hear it from the horse's mouth himself. See what he has to say about this.
Just finally, what are you hoping to achieve in terms of the social media ban for under 16s and the forum you're holding here?
I want to see a greater recognition from countries who are having a look at what Australia has done, the leadership we're providing. And
so the self-congratulations of the leadership we're providing. We're leading the world in what we're doing right now. Why? How? Proof? Source? Like what?
Either considering or are definitely joining in. So people such as
No, they're considering the dominoes, the slippery slope. They're considering joining in. The one world government. Australia's trying to push that forward, guys, with the WEF.
Greek leader Mitsotakis will be there. The European Union, Ursula von der Leyen, will be there as well. This will be...
You know who's not going to be caring? America.
An important event where Australia is showing leadership, but this isn't an issue that's confined to Australia. Parents around the world are concerned about the impact that social media is having.
No, they aren't. I'm a parent. I'm around the world. I'm not. I'm actively encouraging my kids to understand the internet and how it works and what the dangers of it are so that they're prepared for the challenges that lie ahead in this world. AKA, I don't know, what's that word called? Parenting. Oh yeah, parenting. That's what I'm doing with my kids with this stuff. I don't need the government to tell my kids what they're allowed to see and what they're not. I don't need the government coming into my house and telling me what websites are okay and which ones aren't. I would prefer that not to be a thing ever.
On their young ones. And no parent should face the loss of a young child that unfortunately has happened not just in Australia, but has happened in other jurisdictions as well.
No, it hasn't. So they're using that same one situation of one mentally deranged kid that was the one-off that offed himself because he felt bullied on social media. It's the same story we've heard 6 times now. Oh, remember that one time that kid offed himself? Yeah, we need to ban social media from the entire world now because of that one mentally deranged, potentially kid that wasn't all there, that didn't have proper parenting and proper guidelines and guide rails in his life. We need to change how the entire world functions for that one kid. What about the disaster repercussions for doing this and how it will prevent people from interacting and understanding the world when they get older by preventing them to understand it at a younger age, understanding what bullying is, understanding sometimes things don't go your way and how you come out of those challenges. It's important learning experiences as a kid. We're in a world right now where the government is trying to set kids up to fail over and over again for the sole purpose of lining their pockets with these verification companies, these ID organizations that are allegedly in their back pockets, because there's no other reason why they would all be pushing at the same time to care for it. And this was quote tweeted by Savvy. And she said, this guy exudes the smallest of phallic energy. In fact, if meat envy was personified, it would be this fragile stick of a man here. Please notice me. Am I carrying out the mission right? Is the censorship enough, Papa? Genuinely, I would love to sit this man down and gaze into that empty skull for acoustic testings. Your reminder that Australia is currently trying to outdo the UK and speedrun itself to the most hated government officials since 2024. This is insane. This is insane. I have a follow-up here. This is from abc.net. World leaders are meeting at the UN General Assembly this week. Here are 4 things to watch for. World leaders arriving in New York in the annual high-level week at the United Nations General Assembly. And for the first time, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is among them. And amongst a packed schedule of events, here are the 4 things to watch for. Possible Trump-Albanese meeting. Oh my God. I'll be watching this one very closely. Under political pressure since a false start in Canada in June, Anthony Albanese's office has been working hard to lock down a meeting with Donald Trump, finally on the sidelines of the UNGA. Why would they be trying so hard to lock a meeting down with Donald Trump for this? Why? Ask yourself. I think it's because they know they need the leader of the free world to get on board with them to start locking stuff down. And I wouldn't be surprised if there were some backroom conversations about how much money is potentially behind this if it gets approved. The Australian Prime Minister and the US President have both indicated they will see each other, but it is still not clear if they will have a formal bilateral meeting or more of a happenstance encounter. My hope is it would be the latter. We'll see each other in New York. He's hosting a reception on Tuesday night of next week. Mr. Albanese last week told ABC Radio, referring to a function that president is hosting for leaders from around the world. And as well, we'll see each other at various forums that are taking place between now and the end of the year. It's summit season. Here we go. This is Trump acknowledging Australian Prime Minister was coming to see him as he chastised ABC journalist John Lyon. Oh, I think I saw this. That's great. It's going to be an advertisement.
Generally regarded as the wealthiest man who's ever occupied the White House.
I hope so.
How much wealthier are you now than when you returned to the White House?
Well, I don't know. The deals I made, for the most part, other than what my kids are doing, they're running my business. But most of the deals that I've made were made before. And that's what I've done for a life. I built buildings. Like I'm building a building here. You know where I'm built? You know what?
You see that area? Yeah.
That is going to be the greatest ballroom anywhere in the world. And for 150, so it gives me pleasure to do it for the country. And I'm paying for it. The country's not, and that's an expensive ballroom.
But is it appropriate?
I think it'll cost $250 million. And it will be, I think, the finest ballroom. So for.
But by the way, when that ballroom got announced, the news organizations jumped on it like stink on shit to say Trump is doing something with the American people's money without authorization or approval from Congress. And they slapped it down right away and were like, he's actually paying for it with his own money. And then they all shut the hell up because they're like, oh shit, we can't say anything about it because he's actually spending money on this, his own money.
150 years.
Like this guy, as much shit as he gets, and as much as I don't like a lot of the stuff that he might be doing or might ignore, Epstein list comes to mind. He genuinely loves this country above all else. He prioritizes that. And I, at least personally, I feel that. And that's my takeaway from it. Sure, there are things I'll disagree with him on, but his priority is the respect of the Constitution. And I feel like it always has been. The spin of the media with him is always the negative of that. But if you see his actions and what he says and why he became president, it all points to he genuinely cares about the country and returning it and making America great again. Like, how is that a bad thing, by the way? I'm so lost at the people that are mad at this situation. You really got to bend over backwards. And I think we saw with the Charlie Kirk situation, the type of people that can't stand this guy are the same type of people that cheer on the assassination of someone for daring to have a conversation. And if those are the people I'm disagreeing with, then I feel like I'm on the right path in this world.
John, you know this? They've wanted a ballroom. Yeah. And now they're going to finally have it. It's going to knock your socks off.
But is it appropriate, President Trump, that a president in office should be engaged in so much business activity.
Well, I'm really not. My kids are running the business.
But
I'm here.
you are also.
You know what the activity? Where are you from?
I'm from the Australian Broadcasting
Oh,
Corporation,
okay.
Four Corners
Well,
program.
the Australians. You're hurting Australia, right? In my opinion, you are hurting Australia very much right now. And they want to get along with me. You know, your leader is coming over to see me very soon.
I love how your leader, like he's an alien. Your leader is going to meet me. He can't even think of the guy's fucking name. He's like, your leader over there. He's gonna meet me. That was great.
I'm going to tell him about you. You set a very bad tone.
Well,
Go ahead, John.
That's amazing. But it's true, like, not just in America, worldwide, the press goes to see this guy and spins shit the worst they can spin it and be like, oh, a lot of business activities you're involved in. That sounds like your priorities are out of whack with the American people. Like, what? What kind of fucking question is that, by the way? What are we even doing? Anyways, on Saturday, Trump said he'd probably meet with 20 world leaders during the UN summit, but did not name any. These people are going to be jumping all over him to get a conversation and get some sort of approval on decision making for censorship and limiting what, quote unquote, what kids are allowed to see on the internet, verification, KID, enacting laws across the world. These people are insane. How about this one? Western recognition of Palestine as a country. Who the fuck gives two shits? No one cares, bro. No one cares except crazy people. And I don't align myself with them. Sorry.
Today, I'm pleased to be here with Minister Wong to announce that effective today, Sunday, the 21st of September 2025, the Commonwealth of Australia recognises the state of Palestine. We have
Is that part of Australia now? No? Okay, then who the fuck cares what you recognize? Like what does that, how does that impact Australians on their day-to-day life? Like legitimately, how does that impact Australia at all?
We've had in Australia a long-term position on a bipartisan basis of two states. One of those states is, of course, Israel. The other, of course, is Palestine. And this recognition being announced today in Singapore.
All this is going to do is fire up all those crazy people to be like, yeah, now we have a reason to march and scream even louder about this stuff. Who cares? Again, this Gaza-Palestine thing has been going on for centuries, forever. It will go on forever. Who cares?
With our international partners, the United Kingdom and Canada, means that 3 of the Five Eyes nations are all making this decision today. We recognise the legitimate and long-held aspirations of the people of Palestine of a state of their own. And in doing so, we reaffirm Australia's long-standing position of two states, the state of Israel and the state of Palestine, living side by side behind internationally recognised borders in peace and security.
Who, again, what the fuck does that have anything to do with Australia? Like, that'd be like if Trump came out and was like, we recognize Palestine. I'm like, who cares? What? Why are you talking about this? Who cares? Like, genuinely, unless there's like a conflict that America's involved with for some reason, okay, then maybe I guess I can't. Why recognizing it is who cares? Like, legitimately, who cares? I don't understand. I am team who cares. Exactly. Man, these are the people. These are the people that they're empowering by saying this kind of shit, making them feel like all their marches, all their destruction, all their insanity is worth it. And guess what? Statements like what he just made there are just going to make them feel even more empowered. Not a great idea. These people want chaos. Push for a stronger response to Russian aggression. Albanese's first UN speech and messages on social media and climate change. Are we going back to climate change again? Is it like, guys, the COVID thing is kind of run its course. Let's get back to the climate change thing. Let's do that one. Yeah, let's pull that one. Climate change has been proven to not be something that is really affected by anything. And if it is actually affected by anything, ain't no one doing anything that's actually fixing that shit. It's just spinning money and more hands, people making more money. Saying the climate change is, oh, we need to talk about climate change. Like, look at all the windmills that were created, and it turns in those just rust out and break after like 10 years, and it's actually more waste for the environment. Oh, God, don't even get me started on. If you really cared about climate change, you would have nuclear power everywhere. That would be the only power source, nuclear power, the cleanest energy you could have. But it's always about the money. Always. Every time. Anyways, Australia's fucked. Hopefully America doesn't get fucked because of them. And my goodness, thank God Trump got elected, because could you imagine Kamala Harris talking to these people? They would be like, have her wrapped around their fingers, wrap it around. Like, we need her to do this. We'll just tell her this is what we're doing and this is why it's great for you. Oh, okay. Okay. Sounds good. It's good for people. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Holy shit. I'm so glad. At least for the next few years. Let's hope the world continues to get back to sanity. But yeah, we will leave that one there.